My name is Landon, and here we play Jank. And today I'm going to show you the latest deck that I've come up with, which is a bit of a doozy. It all revolves around Hisuian Sneasler V. I know, you've probably never seen this card before, but Hisuian Sneasler V has 190 HP, which is on the low end. It is a basic V Pokemon. It does not have a VStar or a VMax, but what it does have is a free attack in Poison Claws. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned, which is not bad. It's more for a backup. Yeah. But for a darkness and a colorless Dire Claw, 80 times. This attack does 80 damage for each special condition affecting your opponent's active Pokemon. And the most special conditions that we can put on a single Pokemon is 3. Poison, Burn, and one of the other ones. The one that I am going with is Confusion because of this Butterfree. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon burned, confused, and poisoned. So that is 3 special conditions we can get on just by playing Butterfree. Now, Butterfree is a stage 2, which is a little difficult to get out, or so you would think. We have Caterpie with this adaptive evolution ability. This Pokemon can evolve during your first turn or the turn you play it. Followed up by Metapod, which has an ability, Adaptive Evolution. This Pokemon can evolve during your first turn or the turn you can play it. So turn 1, if you get all 3 pieces, you can evolve all the way up to Butterfree, getting you 3 special conditions on your opponent, and one of them being Confusion. By now, my video about Confusion and why it's my favorite should be out. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. So we have Butterfree at a 2-2-2 line. Really, because of pricing, we want at least 2. We would love to go more, but this is already such a thick deck. It's hard for me to find space for it, which is funny because I'm about to tell you I actually made 2 of these decks. This is the attack version of the deck. I do think is the better version of the deck. I made a more defensive version that didn't work out quite as well. So, with Hisuian Sneasler V and Butterfree, we can get a lot of damage out on the field. That is 80 times 3, so 240 damage from Dire Claw, plus Burn, which is 20 more, plus Poison, which is 10 more. So we're looking at 270 damage, which is 10 short of a Lugia, which is why we play Radiant Hisuian Sneasler with the ability Poison Peck. During Pokemon Checkup, put 2 more damage counters on your opponent's poison Pokemon. That would bring up the damage total up to 290, which does get us Lugia V and a lot of V-Stars as well. So we're looking pretty good here. And as I said, we also confuse them. So we're hoping that they'll flip tails on their attack and KO themselves. But if not, they're still taking 30 more damage between turns, putting up to 320 damage total. And that's if they recovered from Burn. Let's throw on another 20 to that, and you're looking at 340 damage. And I don't know much that can survive that. So, how do we make this deck work? Well, it's Mew. Mew, with Mysterious Tail. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may look at the top 6 cards of your deck, reveal an item card you find there, and put it into your hand, shuffle the other cards back in your deck. Getting item cards is very important. You're looking for your quick balls, your level balls, to get all these basic Pokemon out, and the Caterpie and Metapod and Mew can be searched out with level balls, so we're playing that as well. And, you can also grab Scoop Up Net, and you can grab Air Balloon, and you can grab Pokégear if you really need a supporter that turn. We are also playing Crobat V for its Dark Asset ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, during your turn you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand It just helps with extra draw. We only play one of. We only have space for one of. I would love to get Crobat VMax into this deck, but man, once I show you the deck, I think you'll understand how just tight this list is. Alright, so those are all of our Pokemon. I'm going to jump to Energy just because it's a very quick and easy 6 Darkness Energy basic and 4 Capture Energy. Capture Energy is another way to get those basic Pokemon out onto the field. We only play the Darkness basic energy. We don't want to play Hiding Dark Energy. We don't want to play Aurora Energy. We don't want to play other energy types because we are playing 4 copies of Dark Patch. Dark Patch will be able to get energy from our discard onto one of our dark benched Pokemon. That can be a backup Hisuian Sneasler, that can be a Crobat V, that can be a Radiant Hisuian Sneasler. I have attacked with all 3 of those because you have to occasionally. You have to switch into one of those, and having some sort of dark energy acceleration is extremely good. 4 copies of Quick Ball helps you search out your basics. 3 copies of Level Ball because we're searching out our Caterpie and Metapod with that. 3 copies of Avery because I want my opponent's bench to be disrupted. Avery against something like a Lugia VStar can really hurt them. Plenty of Lugias that I've been playing against, I play down Avery, they keep their 2 Archeops and maybe a Lugia, and they're losing out on their Yveltal, or their Raikou, or their Radiant Charizard, or something like that. Sometimes they keep that one, but I think that's a little bit more risky compared to keeping a Lugia V-Star. So, it's very good bench disruption and some extra draw for us. 1 copy of Hisuian Heavy Ball because we need our Pokemon. It only gets basics, but we play so many basics. Out of our 13 Pokemon in the deck, only 4 of them are evolutions. So, we need that Heavy Ball so we can get our Crobat out of the prizes if it ends up there, or our Radiant Hisuian Sneasler. The other ones are a little bit more safe against bad prizing, but even then, we still need it occasionally for those. 3 Pokégear 3.0s because as I was playing this deck, I just realized I needed my supporters more often than I realized and couldn't find them. So 3 of these to help me find them. 2 Air Balloon. We only play 2 Mew, and Mew is the primary target for Air Balloon, so we only play 2 Air Balloon. I did have 3 in the deck, and I really liked that, but I had to make space for Pokégear. Okay, this one is a bit of a weird one. Box of Disaster. If the Pokemon V this card is attached to has full HP and is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put 8 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Why do we play this instead of Choice Belt? Because we do not play Choice Belt. We play this because Hisuian Sneasler has such low HP, we expect it to get KO'd every turn. If it doesn't, that is actually a huge swing for us. We are able to pull off 290 damage in a single turn, and they're not KOing us? Perfect. That's fine by me. Box of Disaster is there to help us shore up some of these loose matches that we do have, where it's a little bit more difficult to get those KOs. 8 more damage counters on my opponent's Pokemon. That is fantastic news for me. We've got 4 copies of Marnie because we need some draw in this deck. We've got 3 copies of Turffield Stadium because it's important for the Stadium War to knock out their Path to the Peaks or whatever stadium they might have. Also against Lugia, they're discarding our stadiums fairly often, but this is a great way to search out Butterfree. It's really our only way to search out Butterfree. So we play 3 copies of that to try to get our Butterfrees as often as possible. Another trick with Turffield Stadium is grabbing those grass evolution Pokemon that you don't really need yet, and maybe then you Marnie them to the bottom of the deck and you have that Turffield Stadium still out, so next turn you can just search out exactly what you need. It lets you try to put that, say, that Butterfree you don't need quite yet onto the bottom of the deck, so you have a better chance of finding the cards you do need off the Marnie. It's a little bit tricky, but I really like that play. We play 3 copies of Serena for the draw and the gusting. Gusting up Pokemon V is fantastic. We want to be taking multiple prizes with each KO. If we are against a single prize deck, we're going to struggle a bit. And 4 copies of Scoop Up Net, because with 2 lines of Butterfree plus 4 Scoop Up Nets, we've got 6 attacks. That's it, 6 attacks. We need to win in those 6 attacks. So we have just enough for a single prize deck to try to counter them, but we also have enough in case, we are trying to set up and we miss an energy. Oh no, they're going to go to their turn, they're going to retreat or something like that, lose out on those special conditions. We have a little bit of room to play around with. And that is the Sneasler deck. It is called Sneasler Attack because I made a defensive version that I'm not as big of a fan of. But let's go ahead and test out the deck here and show you guys it in action. I've been playing this deck for a while. I took a week off for the holidays. The Spinda deck that I just finished showcasing was actually recorded before the holidays. This is what I was playing during the holidays. So, do you want to go first? Yes. We will go first. We can pop off turn 1 going second, but it's not that likely, so I like going first just to kind of shore up our bets here. I did have an amazing match. I wish I recorded it. The Box of Disaster got us into a tied game situation, and we were able to pop off turn 1 going second and get the first prize, winning the sudden death. So, yeah, just want to share that. So, not a fantastic start. Hisuian Sneasler in the active, and that's it. We're going to end our turn. We have 2 copies of Avery. I might play down that Pokégear to try to get a Marnie instead. A little bit better draw there. Our opponent is playing the metal deck, so they're going to be able to do quite a bit of damage because of these Berserkers that they're getting ready. And they've got Zacian in there, so they're going to be able to one-hit KO us pretty easily. We did get a Level Ball. Level Ball can change things for us. I'm going to Pokégear. We do get a Marnie as well. Dang. Okay, we're going to Level Ball. Oof. Do we go Caterpie or Mew? I think Mew. I think Mew's the right call here, because we can play down Mew. We can throw an Air Balloon onto Mew. And then we can Marnie. Yep. Marnie gets us a Quick Ball, another Sneasler, another Air Balloon. So if I play down the Sneasler and I Quick Ball away the Avery, we can grab Crobat. Crobat will lead us to, yes, Caterpie. So we do get a Caterpie here. We get another Darkness Energy. Another great thing about Hisuian Sneasler V, free retreat. You don't see that on a lot of Pokemon. Mysterious Tail. We will search out, let's see, Box of Disaster, Scoop Up Net. What do we have in hand? We have a Scoop. We've got a Darkness. Go back. I think I'm going to grab a Quick Ball. In this Quick Ball, we're going to discard. Eek. Avery. And grab Hisuian Sneasler. Play that down. And we're actually going to play this Darkness Energy on Crobat because our opponent hasn't really set up anything too powerful. So we might be able to get a few cheeky prizes with the Crobat V. Zamazenta comes down, but it's immune to VMax, so we don't have a VMax. We should be fine with that. They're playing Professor's Research, drawing through the deck. They get a Zacian V. There we go. Here's some damage output coming. They evolve into Galarian Berserker, which does actually buy us some time. No, it doesn't. They play Switch. Evolutionary Roar. They're going to get Galarian Berserker, and we're going to Marnie them into a better hand, apparently. Although they'll probably Zacian V and draw up. Oof, they get 1 energy. Nice. Okay. So we get Butterfree, but we don't have... Well, let's Mysterious Tail first, because we might get a Level Ball. We get a Hisuian Heavy Ball. Not a bad card. Let's see what's in our prizes. A Sneasler. Capture Energy. Oh, okay. Not great prizes currently. But we will go ahead and play the Marnie. And we need an energy. That's really all we need right now. We get plenty of energy. Ooh, we do get a Level Ball. Let's go ahead and evolve up into Metapod here. So this is a slower start than what I'm used to, but not bad because we are going to go into Crobat here, who for 2 energy can do 70 damage, plus Poison, which with the Radiant Hisuian Sneasler will put up to 100, forcing them to get out of the active here, or we get a KO going into our turn, which is fantastic for us. They attach to the Berserker. They're going to Marnie us, which is pretty handy for us. We're going to get to draw a new hand. We do lose out on that energy, though, but we do get a Butterfree. So we are kind of in for a big KO on Zacian or Zamazenta. Okay, so we do get the KO in between turns with Poison. We get our prize card. Capture Energy. There we go. We got an energy here. They put Zamazenta into the active, and we can get the KO this turn. So we will play down the Butterfree. Yes, I do want to use that ability. Thank you for asking. We are going to Scoop Up Net the Butterfree. Capture Energy the Caterpie. We didn't really have to, I just wanted to. Play down the Metapod. We will Marnie. Shrinking their hand, giving us a new hand. We've got Level Ball. We've got Serena, Pokégear, Scoop Up. Okay, not as good as I was hoping, but still not terrible because we're going to get 2 prizes here. Dire Claws. Well, bam! 240 damage. And if they knock out Hisuian Sneasler, they're going to take 80 damage here. So that is pretty good for us. Now, how many Marnies have we played? I think 3. Yeah. We are running low on supporters currently. I did play slightly more aggressive because I knew it was a bot match. And I am kind of regretting it. We just need to find our Turffield Stadium. We know we don't have a Turffield Stadium in the prizes, so all 3 are in the deck. We just need to find them now. But we can always retreat into the Crobat and have that attack this Galarian Berserker and hopefully KO it going into our turn. Dark Patch comes down, so that's beautiful. We can Dark Patch. We're going to put that Darkness Energy on that Sneasler there. We are going to put Capture Energy on the Crobat. I'm going to go ahead and play the Pokégear. We do get our last Marnie here. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead. Marnie. Come on, come on. No Turffield. Dang. We miss out on our Turffield Stadium. Too darn bad. We are going to Quick Ball away the Quick Ball. And that is going to get us Mew. Just in case they boss and KO Mew. Venomous Fang for 70 plus 100 from Poison. Or 30 to put us up to 100. And now they have to either retreat, which they don't have anything set up on the bench, or they go ahead and attack. Man, they could have had a Zacian ready to attack this Crobat V. If they just put, if they Metal Saucered onto the Zacian and then attached to the Zacian, they could have retreated with the Berserker and had the Zacian attack and get the KO on Crobat, putting us in a terrible position. but they didn't do that, so that was nice of them. Oranguru comes out onto the field. What do we top deck? Nothing important. We can play down something. We'll play down this Capture Energy. And we don't have a way to get our Turffield, so we will just Venomous Fang. And put them in the same exact position that they had with Berserker, except for the fact that they do not have any cards in their hand. Just this one Metal Saucer onto the Zacian. There they go. They get the 3 energy on Zacian using the Brave... what is it? Brave Blade? Or is that the attack? Serena, here we go. Now we just need... Nope, that was not what we needed. We will go ahead and put that there. Serena, we will discard and draw. 1, 2, 3. Draw 3. We missed out on that again, so we will just Venomous Fang. This is such a weird match. We have all 3 Turffield Stadiums in the deck. We are down to... We've gone through over a third, or 2/3 of our deck. Boss's Orders, up the Sneasler. Okay. Sneasler would do 80 damage currently, which is not what we're looking for. Although that would get us a KO with a poison in between turns. There's the Turffield Stadium. There's the Avery. We can Turffield Stadium. Grab a Butterfree. We can play down the Butterfree. Put all 3 special conditions on this Zamazenta V. We can even Scoop Up Net the Butterfree. If there was going to be another turn, we would be ready to go with another Sneasler and another Butterfree to get the KO. Oh, I forgot to attach energy. We'll throw it on the Radiant Sneasler. There we go. 240 damage for the final KO. That is my Sneasler deck. I hope you really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed playing it. I love playing around special conditions, and Sneasler taking advantage of that, getting those KOs is huge. Just really quick, I do want to show off Sneasler Defend. This was the defense version, so instead of Radiant Hisuian Sneasler, it plays Radiant Gardevoir. Instead of Capture Energy, it plays V-Guard Energy. Instead of the Box of Disaster, it plays Full Face Guard. And I think that's it. I think those are the main changes there. No Crobat V in this. It does have 3 Mew because I gave up on this pretty early on. You could obviously make some more changes to this and end up with another defensive deck. I just don't think defense is the way to go. The idea was prevent as much damage as possible so that when it's attacked, that's more likely to survive, so you can get 2 attacks off with each Hisuian Sneasler. Not a bad idea, but I'm not sold on that being the right way. I think the attack version is just the better version, in my opinion, and I hope you enjoyed this. This was a look at Hisuian Sneasler, and for the rest of the week, you will see more matches against actual players of this deck, and I hope I get some real good ones for you, because I'm super excited about the deck. So thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content I'm making here, and until next time, keep playing Jank.